Hello there. Welcome once again to Living on Purpose. My name is Fola Daniel, also known as Fola Daniel Speaks. Today, I want to tell you, don't set limits as goals. Don't set limits as goals. One of the challenges that we have as adults is that sometimes we begin to gradually scale our goals to the perspective that we have because of negative experiences. We begin to downsize our goals because we think that reality has set in. And what we refer to when we talk about reality are actually obstacles, the challenges that we met on the way as we were growing up, as we became adults. Bills began to set in. You became a bit more responsible. You were fending for yourself. And because you started fending for yourself, you saw that life can be tough. And because of that, you also started scaling down on your dreams. As a child, you were free to dream. You were a free dreamer. You didn't limit yourself. You said certain things that seemed impossible. And guess what? It's not that those things were not impossible, or it's not that those things are definitely not possible. The only reason you spoke that way as a child is because there was no limit in your mind. You didn't think about bills, you didn't think about being responsible for other people. But as an adult, can you still do that? Yes, you can. The problem with being an adult is that you think more about your challenges and the things that you don't have compared to the things that you can have. If you start thinking about the things that can possibly happen and the things you can do, you will stop setting limits as goals. People are going into a new year, or people are getting into a new phase, and they set very small goals. When they set those goals, they look at them there and then they say, "Oh, I achieved all my goals." First of all, the reason you achieve all your goals easily, effortlessly, is because you set some really small goals. Oh, all I need to do is to build one small house, and that's all your goal in life. Of course, if you work hard enough, you can get that effortlessly. All I need to do is just to have a decent job and have a car and have a family, and you can achieve that effortlessly. But when you begin to set real goals, then you realize that it's going to take a while. It can almost break you. You ask yourself questions at some point: why did I get started on this? But the fact that you are encountering challenges and asking yourself, why did I even get started on this, does not mean that you are not supposed to be doing it. Don't set limit as goals. Stop. Some other people, their only goal in life is just get married. There are some people, their only goal in life is just have children. There are some people, their only goal in life is just be educated and get a good job. Sometimes as children, when you're going to school, they tell you, go to school, get a good grade, get a good job. That cannot be your only goal. You are too important to only set the goal of going to school, getting a good job, or get a good grade and getting a good job. The God who created you had a higher purpose for that. So it's not just about getting an education. The education is not the end, it's a means to an end. The education is to help you fulfill your purpose. So stop setting limits as goals. Take for example, even with your financial goals, some people will say, okay, maybe if I can just get a job, depending on the country that you live in, maybe you say, I want to make just $500 a month. That's not a lot. You need to be able to dream big. You need to be able to envisage something. As you're talking about $500 a month, $1,000, $2,000, or you're even excited about maybe $5,000. Somebody else is setting goals that will make them $1,000,000 a month. In Nigeria, for example, some people will be content with making just the minimum wage, which at the time of this recording is just 70,000 naira only. Whereas in the same country, there are those who are making ₦1,000,000 in an hour, and some are even making much more. Stop setting limits as your goals. Don't limit yourself. You need to go and take a look at those goals that you have set, maybe for the year or for the coming year, and ask yourself, is this the best you can do? Is this the most you can do? This goal that you have set, does it challenge you in any way? Does it inspire you? Does it push you to go out of your comfort zone? If the goals you're having right now or the goals you're working on do not actually push you to go out of your comfort zone, if the goals do not scare you, then you're already setting limits as your goals. Stop setting limits as your goals. When you set limits as your goals, you would achieve them effortlessly, and your life will not be much different from what it is right now. But when you set some crazy goals, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that, or I'm going to build a mega station, I'm going to build a global media empire, I'm going to build a global training empire, or I'm going to start this new app that will revolutionize the world. I'm going to do something in the artificial intelligence space, I'm going to do something in the aerospace, or I'm going to do something that changes engineering completely. I'm going to do something that changes the way we use mobile phones, computers, iPads, or Samsung tablets, or whatever kind of tablet it is. I'm going to do something and change that space completely. Now, that's a big goal. Or I'm going to create a service that everybody will be able to use from their phone instead of going all out to go and get something. That's how to set big goals, huge goals. Stop focusing on money. Think about the ideas first. Set those goals based on the ideas. Forget the money first. Come up with an idea, make it sellable. Make sure it's a solution that people really want to buy, and keep talking to people. Now, listen, the fact that the idea is brilliant does not mean that the first person or the second person will like it. A great idea, if presented to ignorant people, they can ignore it. It's not every great idea that you see or hear about today that was initially accepted by the people it was first proposed to. So don't let that be the discouragement. Come on, set that goal. Dream big. Don't let your environment limit your dreaming or your goal setting. Don't let your financial capacity limit your goal setting. Create great ideas and get to work on them. I'm sure that when you hit the first goal, it will inspire you to dream more. Thank you for listening. Head on now to www.youtube.com/Fola Daniel Speaks. Thank you.